Hi. I don't know how to start this. I was laying in my bed and it's early in the morning. I went back. Oh, I still have to start up, I guess. Let's get to the main point. I feel so terrible and so much self-doubt, and I tried to sleep in, but it didn't work. I only slept a few hours, and now I'm in this place where you're in your bed and you're just lying there and having all the time to think really horrible thoughts about how you should not be doing what you're doing. And I noticed myself thinking, do I even enjoy this whole thing of building a company? It's every time I'm doing something that puts me out there, like doing a launch, a webinar, a virtual summit, all these things, they always end with me needing to crawl back under a blanket or something and hide from the world and feel so discouraged. And I always needed time to find back my inner strength and faith and why am I doing this? And when I noticed that, I was thinking that I thought it would be a good starting point for a sharing video, because, well, this is just how it feels sometimes. And yeah, well, I can't say this for anyone else but myself, but this is definitely part for how this is for me, and it felt right to share about that. And okay, so I did this virtual summit thing. I guess I talked about it before, and yesterday I closed it with my own workshop, and everybody has been so enthusiastic about the festival so far. And then when I did my workshop, there were about 100 people live, which was about the same amount of people who were on the other workshops, but absolutely no one asked a question, and that felt so weird, because there were questions all the time, so it made me really doubt myself and think that maybe just people weren't interested, or it was so vague that they didn't even know what to ask, or it was maybe so much on a beginner's level that they were all like, I already know this, I have nothing to ask about this. And then at the end, I did a closing ceremony for the virtual summit as well. And then when I closed the workshop, everybody only gave me compliments for, oh, thank you for organizing the festival, you were such an amazing host, and nobody really, literally no one has said anything about my workshop, and it really made me feel even more insecure about the whole thing. And I bought some wine to celebrate that I was finished with the virtual summit, and it just felt like I didn't even want to celebrate because it just felt horrible. And no, I still feel this way. I feel so much doubt. I don't know, it looked so much like fun to at a certain point say, hey, I'm not sure if I am able to teach people about this, I'm not sure if I can start a company, I've never done any of these things, but let's just try it because it makes me so happy to teach about this. And at first it was a bit like a fake it until you make it, and in time I developed more and I became more knowledgeable about certain things. But now I really feel like, why the fuck did I do this? Why did I not just start a company in something that I actually did my studies in? Although I guess I also don't feel like an illustrator. I studied illustration, and I would feel like a fraud too if I would try to teach people on that subject. So, and it also didn't help that before I did this workshop, I had a call with one of the people who was testing my new e-course, and she got really stuck in it. I just, yeah. So it felt like I also couldn't develop courses about accessing your inner wisdom, and it just feels like what am I good at? What can I even contribute to this world? Yeah. And sometimes I try to comfort myself with the idea that I can always just close my entire business and try to start something new where no one will know how awkward this workshop was. And I do not even know how people are thinking about it. And I just feel so discouraged, and I feel... I don't know how I feel. I just wish that things were easier. Why has every fucking thing have to be so fucking hard? And then it makes me feel doubtful if I'm like doing my manifesting wrong or having inner blocks. And I'm so sick of that stupid inner block stuff, because it feels like I'm working on that forever. And I see other people who never put any fucking effort into personal development, and sure, they had their traumas too when they were kids, and somebody must have told them at some point that they were incomplete and not good enough or anything like it, and they just hit 5 figures right out of the gate. And I don't get that. If blocks were so fucking difficult to heal inside yourself, then there should be less successful people, right? Or all the people who are successful should be so aware of themselves and so personally developed, but not all of them are. I don't get this. I feel like I got great results with personal growth myself, but I just don't know how to teach them to others. I don't know if I'm capable of giving other people those results. And right now I just hate this whole thing. This whole e-course world where you always have to make big promises, which makes me feel like I should be able to teach people amazing stuff in no time. Though all these personal development things, it's a process. It often just takes time. And I even feel like I'm failing at this sharing video, though. Literally, you wouldn't be able to feel on sharing, but I thought, oh yeah, let's make the sharing video, and then I'll have this great video about how fucked up it all can feel sometimes. And if other people feel like that, then they know they're not alone. But now it just feels like I can't express myself clearly. It doesn't feel like I've got enough contact with my inner feelings, I don't know, I can't even express myself in English. It feels all so stupid. I feel ugly and incapable, and I don't know what's... There's a word in Dutch, it's called tekortschietend, and I'm not sure how to translate it. Shortcoming, I guess. Yeah, I just feel like I'm not enough. And then I try to fix myself, try to find a way out of this, and maybe try to speak encouraging towards myself, or do affirmations, or read compliments people gave me, and it all feels like one big flea of this feeling of being unworthy. And it doesn't feel right either. I don't want to run away from myself. And at the same time, I can't be with myself either. I can't just be here and say like, wow, I totally accept how terrible I feel about myself, and now it feels like I'm never going to make any of my dreams come true, and it can be so easy to look at yourself and all the things you've done and all your accomplishments and all your successes and still think it was all just a joke. It were accidents, it were misunderstandings. Oh my god. And if one person tells me I'm terrible, then I'll be sure that he really knows me and really knows what he's talking about and that he's absolutely right. Oh gosh. How can this still all feel like this though? I did so many things. Okay. I notice that I'm going in this route of, oh, I did so many personal development and I still don't love myself. But it's not fair to say it like that. I still go into maybe pretty much the same sad moods, but I know I'm not in them as long as I used to be. I know I did things and dared to do things I would never have dared a few years ago, or maybe even a year ago. I know deep down somewhere that it paid off, and maybe this whole stupid trying to be an entrepreneur thing will pay off one day too, or it won't, and then it just won't. Then I'll just stay an insignificant person who is living a mediocre life, which she absolutely doesn't enjoy. This sounds weird. It would not be possible, right? I mean, maybe I feel in this whole commit happiness thing. Maybe I feel in Life of a Hippie CEO. Like, I can't really get successful with Life of a Hippie CEO if I don't show that I'm capable of building a business myself, right? So that feels weird. But I could think of some other project. I could always come up with another idea. Ideas are never a problem. Oh gosh, I think I'm just going to end this right now. And I think with the filming with my iPad, sharing videos got a lot more real, and I feel that I got a lot more family, and I hate that, but I guess it's more sincere in a way. This is how we all see ourselves, right? Not from the best angle and the best lighting, and yeah. Yeah. Thank you for watching.